We need to come out of this existence that we see day in and day out and make it better, not make it worse. It's so petty watching leaders just play people off of each other. I feel like I'm in a generation that is less racist. I feel like I'm in a generation that is more tolerant of different sexual preferences. But you know what? Those two issues are not governance. Those two issues are not leadership. They're like sideshows. And you know what? If you're stuck on the sideshows for a good cause, that's awesome too, because you're taking care of civil rights. And there's no doubt that that's important. Seriously. But the press and the media would love to have that be 99% of what you see on the news, because then there's not enough time in the day to cover what they're doing behind the scenes, who they're bombing, what defense contractor is getting all the money to make the next wave of new technology on how to kill people. Really? Really? It's sick. Humans have come up with more ways to kill than any other creature. I'm not worried about a bear attack. I'm worried about a corrupt, armed government person attacking, like you see in the news where, and I gotta say it, I know a lot of good cops, but that's our new disclaimer, because every single day you see a cop that killed somebody, tased them, fried their insides, whatever, or shot a little boy who had a Nerf gun. Come on, use your common sense, man. All you've done is turn yourself into a murderer. It's mind-numbing. But it's this cult of personality, and it's horrible. That's not who we are. That's not who we are in everyday America. And if you look at a lot of the communities you grew up in, that's not how you grew up. Your neighborhood should be safe. Your neighborhood should be trusting. But they've got everybody so wound up and in this little rat race of life, frantically paying for yesterday's bills. It's absurd. You want to create jobs? How about you create a strong dollar? How about we don't spend $1.69 for a 20 ounce of Coca-Cola high fructose corn syrup with GMO body-altering stuff in it? How about we spend 99 cents like we did 10 years ago? Even if you want to drink that garbage. I recommend an organic soda. Yeah, it tastes better, you live longer, whatever. But the thing about it is, all of these resources and stuff that we have, you got to ask yourself, is it really being used the way it should be? Or is everything being siphoned up the hierarchy so that you've got about 5,000 people in the world that are mega, 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 mega rich and a bunch of serfs or slaves? This is the first time in history where so many people have been wealthy. And it's also turning into the first time in history where you've got a turning point of so many wealthy into so many that are poor. Now, a long time ago, everybody used to be poor, and you'd have like lords and kings and government people that would have a lot of money, royalty, etc. You got a lot of rich people now, and it creates competition for other rich people. A lot of competitive people don't like competition, so they eliminate it. So do you want to sign on for that? Ask yourself this stuff. Look up corporatism, look up fascism, look up whatever you want. But ask yourself what they define. Look up the Communist Manifesto. Look up David Rockefeller's points on global leadership. Start digging in with Brzezinski's books, Between Two Ages. Read Ecoscience. The guy that wrote that is inside of the White House cabinet right now. So, you've got all of this stuff with global warming, etc., and everything to drive people into a fury of fear. Sure, there's a lot of stuff we should do with climate and everything else. But really, the only polar vortex I see is a bipolar vortex in Washington, D.C. They're nuts. They're depressively sluggish on creating wealth and prosperity, which is the hallmark of our country. And they've got a hyperactive mania when it comes to creating all of this hype and confusion with terrorism, only to eliminate your laws and freedoms and create, ironically, more laws. So, there's a lot to look at. Where you get your news is up to you, but you gotta ask yourself if you're really getting the news, or you're just getting another cat out of the tree story. This is Eugene Roundtree signing off with High Voltage News. Hope you guys have a good day. Maybe you guys will be able to retire tomorrow.